So this video is about the work-life balance. I'm trying to answer all the big issues. Of course, please keep messaging me and say, oh, you missed out this big issue. What about this thing, whatever. So how do we deal with the work-life balance, and what's so different about what I've got to say compared to all those other people who are all over YouTube talking about the same thing? What a lot of the other people say is, well, you should reduce working and whatever, you should do this and you should do that, but they don't really talk about the root issue as to why people don't automatically do the right thing. And the quick answer is that your if your focus is on being a good person, sacrificing um, your own personal desires for the greater good, you automatically start producing the right balance in your own life. Because so all my videos are linked, I was saying, if you want to be happy, be a good person. If you want to be successful, be a good person. But to be a good person, you need to have love for humanity. To be a good person, you need to destroy your ego, as it were. So they're all linked. So to have a great work-life balance, okay, and that's actually a complicated thing in itself. It's not just about working less or having a better job. It's also about your mental health. I'm trying to avoid the word spirituality, but that's so important to your life. How much time you take to meditate or pray, whichever one you feel like, to think about how your whatever. So all these things affect your work-life balance, and the key to it all is trying to help the world. If you try to help the world, then you'll be less controlled by these personal drives to make yourself happy selfishly as an individual. And when you're being less selfish, you're less chained by these really stupid desires, actually, that actually make your life worse. Okay, say for example, you just want to be happy. You don't care about the rest of the world. So all you do, you think about what job can make me loads of money really quickly. Okay, then you start doing lots of jobs that you're really rubbish at because you're not doing it for the passion, for the love of it. You're spending loads of time doing really rubbish jobs that make loads of money, which is quite common, working in, I don't want to say banking or something, or whatever, but a lot of those people are not fulfilled. They're doing jobs they hate and spending loads of time doing that, and they actually end up spending all their money in useless ways because they haven't really learnt the principles of life. And if you're really passionate, quite often, people who are really passionate do the right job that suits them and makes them make loads of money anyway, eventually, but not in the most obvious way, kind of like in a quite daring, risky way, and they end up making enough money to make themselves happy anyway, and all this kind of stuff. So you might notice that the topic which I'm trying to keep to is how do you have a good work-life balance, keep spreading into all these different directions, because a work-life balance in itself has a lot of different sides to it. What makes a good work-life balance? So that's what I'm trying to cover. But also I'm trying to tell you again and again, the root is be a good person, and I'm trying to explain how that works. When you really lose your selfish desires, you end up doing more interesting things, you become more of a happy person with your relationship with other people, which is so important to happiness in the first place. And so that is how you can have a better work-life balance. I kind of feel like throwing in one more idea in a very indirect way, and that is smiling is charity. How does that link with anything? But smiling is charity, right? So this is one of the ways of being good, that one of the many tiny things that will push you towards becoming a better person, so that you will end up sort of, according to the laws of the universe, kind of better, good people kind of have better lives, and it's coming more and more apparent, right? Statistically, yeah, people are taking more and more surveys and finding out this truth. So if you make an effort to smile at people, because you know it's like giving money to poor people, whatever, smiling for the sake of making somebody else's life a tiny bit better, so you just smile, you'll become a more socially aware person and more aware of yourself, and make better decisions about what makes you happy, what are the tiny things that are making you happy. Like there's one of my mates said once, people don't want to talk to strangers, but he's completely wrong. He's so unaware of what makes him happy. People do want to talk to strangers, people do want to communicate, because psychologists say that it's the relationship between individuals, etc., that make people happy. And living like a robot where you can't even make eye contact with the person opposite you on the train onto work is completely what does not make you happy. So by smiling at people, you become more aware, you make yourself happier, because people kind of reflect their happiness back at you, and then you become more aware of yourself and what makes you happy, etc., and you start making more better decisions. I hope this helps. You know, talking to a camera is a bit difficult. When you interact and somebody says yes, but I don't agree with that, then I can answer that, but I can't answer that because people aren't exactly having a conversation. Like, right, me and you aren't exactly having a conversation right now. But this is my attempt to answer all these problems. So work-life balance depends on you being a good person. I've already said that a couple of times, about 100, quite a lot of times in this video already. So I think I'll leave it at that. I hope that video is useful. I don't really read the comments. Send me a message, just because the comments don't come to my email straight away. Otherwise, comments from all the different videos I have, and there's no time to read all of them. But I sometimes make an effort to read them. Thank you for watching.